Hi friends, welcome to Okla Talks. Today we are going to discuss about trial case. It is also known as trial set or trial box. It contains the set of lenses of non-power, trial frame and other testing devices used by optometrist and ophthalmologist to determine a patient's need for refractive correction in the form of glasses or contact lens. Components present in trial case are trial frame, trial lens, prisms and accessories. According to different usage, there are different lens sets available. Moving on to the uses of trial set. It is used for subjective refraction, hand utilization of lenses, and also it helps us to assess binocular vision. Now let's see various components of trial case. First component is trial lens. The lenses in this trial case can be of full aperture lenses or reduced aperture lenses. Full aperture lenses is approximately 38 mm diameter. It is biconvex or biconcave form. Whereas reduced aperture lenses is of 20 mm diameter mounted in a metal rim of 38 mm diameter. It is plano-convex or plano-concave form. Spherical lenses. These lenses focus light on a single point. These lenses have same power in all meridian. Plus lenses. Plus lenses are used for the correction of farsightedness or hypermetropia. These lenses converge the incoming light, whereas minus lenses are used for the correction of nearsightedness or myopia. These lenses diverge the light before entering the eyes. Spherical lenses power ranges from 0.12 to 20 diopters with an increment of 0.25 diopters up to the value of 4 diopter and an increment of 0.50 diopters up to the value of 6 diopter and an increment of 1 diopter up to the value of 14 diopters, and finally there is an increment of 2 diopters up to the value of 20 diopters. Next component is cylindrical lens. These lenses have power only in one meridian and axis meridian is marked on the rim of the lenses. These lenses are used for the correction of astigmatism and also for hand utilization. Cylindrical lenses power ranges from 0.25 to 0.6 diopters with an increment of 0.25 diopters up to 4 diopter cylinder and an increment of 0.50 diopters up to 6 diopter cylinder. Next component are the prisms. A prism is a refractive medium having two plane surface inclined at an angle. Prism displays the image towards the apex. Prisms are used to measure small squint and to prescribe prisms in spectacles and also to measure the fusion range. Next component is trial frame. An eyeglass frame designed to allow the insertion of different lenses used in correcting the refractive errors of vision. It has 4 compartments. In the first compartment, high-powered lenses are placed. In the second compartment, spherical lenses are placed. In the third compartment, cylindrical lenses are placed. And finally, in the fourth compartment, accessory lens or prisms are placed. Properties of ideal frame are: it should be made up of non-allergic material. Nose bridge and temples are adjustable according to patient's face. Compartment of cylinder lenses has smooth and accurate rotation. Types of trial frames are full aperture frames, reduced aperture frames, and half-eye trial frame. Another component of trial set are the accessories. It comprises of plano lens, Maddox rod, stenopic slit, red and green filters, occluder, pinhole, Jackson's cross cylinder, near vision chart. First accessory is plano lens. These lenses are of zero power. It is used to satisfy and identify the malingering patients, that is, especially children who pretend not to see clearly, but they can. Second one is Maddox rod. It is made up of several series of high plus plano cylinder lenses. It is available in red and white color. Patients see streak of light through this lens. If we rotate this rod, the image also rotates 90 degrees. It is used to detect heterophoria, cyclophoria, and orthophoria. Third one is stenopic slit. It has slit of 1 mm width and 25 mm in length. It allows strip of light to pass through the cornea and fall on retina. It is used to find out the axis of cylinder. It is also used in Emslie-Fincham test to differentiate between immature cataract and corneal edema due to acute congestive glaucoma. In case of corneal edema, continuous halos is seen, whereas breakup halos is seen in case of immature cataract. Fourth accessory is red and green filter. It is used for color dissociation. Red filter is placed on right eye and green filter on the left eye. It is used to find out suppression of eyes and diplopia, and also to perform tests like Woodford dot test and Friend test. It is used to measure fusion. Fifth accessory is occluder. It is an opaque plastic disc used to dissociate fusion and to close one eye, while the other eye can be tested for the visual acuity. The sixth accessory is pinhole. It has a tiny hole at center, that is, with a diameter of 1 to 2 mm, while allows only one ray of light to pass through the cornea. It helps us to determine whether eye has refractive or pathological error. Pinhole of 1.32 mm is more effective. It gives clue about maximum visual acuity that the patient have. It can be also used to check visual acuity in dilated pupil. In this case, the pinhole compensates for the inability to constrict the eye, assisting the eye to attain retinal image similar to that of undilated pupil. Seventh accessory is Jackson cross cylinder. It is a combination of two cylinders. Their axes are at right angles to each other and mounted in a handle. The commonly used cross cylinders are of plus or minus 0.25 or plus or minus 0.50 diopters. It is used to refine the axis and power of cylinders. Last accessory is near vision chart. It is a photographic reduction of Slenden's distance chart. It is mainly used to check near visual acuity. A few points to remember. Trial box consists of spherical lens, cylindrical lens, prism, and other accessories used by optometrists or ophthalmologists to check visual acuity. 240 and 260 piece lens sets is ideal. Trial frame has 4 compartments. Spherical lenses have same power in all meridian, whereas cylindrical lenses have power only in one meridian. Thickest side is the base of the prism. Hope you understood the topic. If you have any doubt, please drop your comment below. If you find this video helpful and informative for your practice, please do like, share and subscribe. See you soon with a new video. Thank you.